Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. Next up, we've got Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. taking on Vince Vendetta Morales in what can only be described as a fight between your little cousin who just discovered creatine and the last guy left in your friend group still using Facebook. This one's got it all. Youth versus experience, high-paced grappling versus boxing, and one guy who's not legally allowed to rent a car yet fighting a man who probably brings his own orthopedic pillow to fight weak. Let's break it down. Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. First up, Raul El Nino Problema. Rosas Jr. comes in a minus 320 favorite with a record of 10-1. And yes, he's still just 20 years old. When I was 20, I was failing intro to philosophy and eating Hot Pockets for dinner. Raul? He's out here suplexing grown men on ESPN. This kid is built like a sleep-deprived gremlin and fights like his allowance depends on ground control time. His pace is wild. He's got that teenage energy where he can shoot a double leg, fail, shoot again, chain it into a body lock, and still have enough cardio left to lecture you about macros. Rosas' wrestling is relentless. If he gets a hold of you, you're going for a ride. He's like the human version of a wet blanket. Once he's on top of you, good luck doing anything productive with the rest of your evening. On the feet, well, let's just say he's working on it. His striking looks like what happens when you tell someone to throw punches in VR without the headset. But he's not trying to outstrike you. He's trying to close the distance, maul you, and choke you until the ref steps in or your limbs stop cooperating. The one loss on his record came when he burned out trying to do exactly that. Couldn't get the finish, gassed, and ended up getting pieced up. But he's young, learning, and already dangerous. Like if an AP student joined a fight club. And let's be honest, he's not called El Nino Problema because he brings snacks to class. Vince Vendetta Morales. Next up, Vince Vendetta Morales comes in a plus 250 underdog with a record of 16-9. And while he might not be a blue chip prospect, he's the kind of guy who will test you. He's gritty, he's experienced. And if you give him an opening, he'll absolutely turn your lights out. Vince is a striker through and through. He's got good boxing, decent footwork, and solid counters. The guy throws everything with heat, like he's trying to make sure your grandchildren feel the jab. His best performances come when he gets into a rhythm, keeps things standing, and starts finding those combinations. He's knocked out a few dudes who thought they could walk him down. Spoiler, they could not. That said, the ground game, that's where the Vendetta hits a dead end. Vince has struggled against strong grapplers. If he gets put on his back, he often stays there like your friend who just wants to rest his eyes at a house party. He doesn't have the best get-ups, and while he knows enough to defend subs, it's not where he thrives. His takedown defense is okay, not great. And that's a problem when your opponent is a grappling-obsessed teenager who treats every clinch like a life-or-death wrestling final. If Vince can sprawl and brawl, he can make this very uncomfortable for Rosas. But if he gets dragged down early, it could be a long night. So, who wins? Look, this is a classic striker versus grappler matchup. Vince Morales wants this to be a kickboxing match. Raul Rosas Jr. wants this to be a high school wrestling tournament with better lighting and more screaming. The big question is whether Rosas can consistently get Vince to the mat without burning himself out like he did in that Christian Rodriguez fight. But style-wise, Vince has shown he struggles with chain wrestling and ground pressure. And that's basically Rosas' love language. Unless Vince catches him early with something clean, it's hard to see this fight staying in his wheelhouse for long. Official pick. I'm going with Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. by submission. I think he gets this to the ground, maybe eats a couple of shots on the way in, but once he's on top, it's the grapple and suffocate show. Second round rear naked choke after about 3 minutes of Morales trying to peel a teenager off his back like it's a haunted backpack. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.